Hello everyone, we have our news for the week, so let's take a look. Maintenance, normal time as usual. Ending with maintenance, we have the Beast Tainted by Dark Power event, the Carbuncle Staff event, the Silver Crowns for Laswell and Reagan, as well as the Explorer for Final Fantasy XIII that they reopened. And new this week is going to be 2 Neovision base and NVA unit, so log in, usual shards counts for there. We're getting some Awakening updates for Neovision on Unite. So it looks like he's getting essentially a bunch of stuff. He'll have his 2 crowned abilities, it looks like, the weapon boosts that are fairly normal. Some new killers, Beast Demon Dragon, auto limit fill, and a bunch of upgrades just so that the stuff is more useful. And he's going to True Brave Shift, it looks like, and they're going to increase his trust and super. So I don't see anything listed as a global upgrade. We can take a quick look at the GP side here for him. So, see Materia, dual wield 50 killer. That seems really normal, so I don't see an upgrade on that. So maybe they're doing something special. 1500 attack on a super there. That's definitely an upgrade. So as far as his ability, looks like he'll get 2000 flat attack, upgraded limit. So the boosted limit in the base, 35 sword down, 170 would ignore 50, and increase accuracy 50% for 2 turns. So sword and peril is not bad. Damage-wise, that's 340 total. The only downside is preemptive limit boosts do not help because ignore defense. And then for his shift, again, 2000 flat attack, upgraded limit. And his limit, they upped the brakes. So 89 defense and spirit break for 3 turns. The 89 breaks is quite nice overall. Damage up to 200x modifier, and it actually happens after the break, which is really nice. And accuracy down too for 3 turns. So as far as a support, breaking in the shifted limit burst seems fairly handy. No elemental break on the limit, but you can get those elsewhere. And 200x mod, so you can give preemptive LB boost to his shifted limit. So not too bad overall there. More leader skill updates. So they're increasing the water leaders again. So Songstress Yuna and Fabled Guardian Jet are getting 100 defense and spirit for water category. And Balthier is getting 100 attack and magic for water category. So just some more water leaders. And then we're getting our bonus fragment challenge. And it looks like we're just going to get 200 lapis replica for clearing for a limited time. So from the 19th to December 6th. But it doesn't look like they're increasing any shards or letting us run it more than once. As you can see, we can only clear it once, but we'll get, I guess, 200 lapis replica. So that's from what we voted on before. And our October live stream is coming up, so that's going to be on Sunday. And I'm expecting them to essentially announce Halloween, which I believe Halloween's probably going to line up with the Clash, so would make sense there. And then possibly Dragon Quest collab, because that should be fairly soon unless they're going to skip it. But they haven't been skipping the Adventure of Dai stuff, so I'm expecting them to announce both of those during the live stream, but we'll have to wait and see on that. And then we get some new vision cards. So first, we have Princess Sarah. Maxed out, 130 attack and spirit, 30% attack, defense, magic, and spirit. 500 flat spirit for crystal category only, and 500 attack for crystal category only. And then we have the card from Evoker, 130 magic, 50% magic, 25 limit damage, and 500 flat magic for Final Fantasy III only. So very standard series card there. And then we're getting our water card. So they're doing, essentially there's a step up where we can get this, but it's also just like the Earth card, going to be in the random pool. So anytime you get a Neovision unit, there's a chance that you'll get this card. But if you don't want to wait for random chance, they're putting it on a special step up. As far as events, we get our Silver Crown fight for Onion Knight. Can only use Blessing of the Crystals or Final Fantasy III only units. One of the missions is probably going to be one of those. I'm hoping it's going to be crystals, as that's going to be easier to work with than Final Fantasy III only. And that's pretty much it for like just special events aside from the weekly farm stuff. And as far as our weekly farm, we're getting a box summon event. We're going to get another Garland and the stuff to Neovision awaken him as well. They also note Lapis Replica is going to be part of the rewards for doing stuff. Some special items, so heavy armor, 82 defense, 37 spirit, nullify poison, and has the extra ability of 100% gil at the end and XP. So for farming, not bad with the 100% gil if you don't have like luck junction materia or something like that. Really only going to use that on farm stuff overall. Then we got the heavy shield, 128 defense, 88 spirit, 30% dark resist, and nullify poison and stone. So if you need the resist, it could come in handy. Otherwise than that, we definitely have better shields. And then bonuses for this is going to be Final Fantasy 1, 2, and 3 for categories. So we'll have a little bit of variety there. And that's it for that one. So for the card, they're doing a very special summon, so it doesn't have the new units of the week on it. Featured is our Water Leader, Dark Esper Roos. And then we have some other water units on Raid Up. Tifa, Jet, Titus, and Nicole. So it looks like they have a little bit bonus items. So 2000 Lapis Replica. That looks like Pain Super, possibly. And obviously the ticket for the card. Overall, nothing too special, especially because the card is in the pool and permanent. Just random chance. But I guess if you really wanted to try for those units, there's a step up you can run through once for. And then we have the actual banner. So we get Sarah, Evoker, and NVA for Firion. So as we can tell here, units aren't anything too special, as we have the, 26,000, I believe, to get one guaranteed at the end. And it's still only 10 tickets to pity. And then we have the regular step up. So Sarah, super limit burst unit, healer buffer. So super is a hat, 28 defense, 107 spirit, 50% light resist. She'll get 500 magic and spirit. Everybody else can get 5 mana per turn and health regen. So if you need the light resist, that's pretty good overall. Regular trust, we got 37 attack, 21 defense, 39 magic, 26 spirits, 4 limit crystals per turn, and then boost attack and magic and fill limit gauge at the start of the battle. So the trust is actually really nice for units that you need to fill their limit right at the start, as this will give you a bit of LB at the start, especially if you're missing something like the paws or the dragon's brush or something. Seeing it's an accessory, and those two are the accessory slots. Then we got Evoker, who's a true Brave Shift, mage in both forms. So Super Trust is Ribbon, 23 defense, 59 magic, 26 spirit, nullify all ailments, and Evoker will get 500 flat magic. Regular Trust, 40% Esper Evoke, and 50% double hand magic. I mean, if you need both of those in one slot, could be handy. And then for Firion, they're not noting any global upgrades for anybody. So we can take a look at them on the JP side real quick. So for Firion, so he gets at Neo Vision, Bolting, and Mirror Chain moves, AE 250 modifier. So nothing too special there. Triple cast, which is nice. A lot of his other stuff seems to get boosted to not be completely useless. He gets 100% chain cap, which is helpful. So as far as his base limits, Bird Human Stone Killer 130 and then 150 13 total hits. And then the super, he gets 150 for the killers and 250 modifier bolting chain frames. So for an NVA, fairly standard 250 limit mod. So nothing too special. I mean, he'll be useful in some situations, but he's definitely not going to be top damage or anything like that. Then we have our Evoker. So set up for water and wind, they get the one Magnus, but it's only 80x percentage, which is a little disappointing overall. We got a bunch of evoke damage moves, but non-elemental, which they they have their uses, but definitely not top damage. We do have one that's fire locked, which is lesser mod than the non-elemental stuff, but with a fire and peril and everything, that will definitely do more damage than the non-elemental. 30x LB mod for evoke damage and 300 store magic. Quad cast. They do have a wind field down for the enemy only, on demand, can cast it whenever they want. But we actually have a few units that have that. So unlock stuff, essentially just better versions of what they have in the kit there, but still non-elemental evoke and then the one fire. Base limit, staff and rod down 30%, 135 wind resist down, 80 defense spirit break. And then we get wind evoke damage, 90 modifier, so pretty standard on the evoke modifier, bolting chain frames. At least all the imperil and everything happens before the damage. And then for the brave shift, we still have a bunch of non-elemental evoke damage. So even the high modifiers, I'm not sure how that's going to line up versus elemental stuff because there's no imperil or anything and no elemental amp. As far as the shifted limit, we get the 30 staff and rod down, 130 water this time, still 80 defense spirit break, and 90x water evoke. So essentially the limits are the same, just base is wind, shift is water. And that makes sense because their Magnus is wind and water, 80% though. Would have been nice if they boosted it to at least 100, because I mean, our standard units that only get the one element go to 150. So nothing that stands out too much. I mean, the step up itself kind of speaks for itself. And we have Sarah. So it looks like it's going to be 7 crystals at the start and 240 attack and magic buff for 3 turns on the accessory. So not too bad for filling limit at the very start of the battle or getting a attack and magic buff. We get the cooldown at EX2, 10 turn reuse though, and only 60x late boost for the whole party at least. EX3, we get 160 Reaper Killer. She's got double, triple, and quad cast. Although it looks like multicast leaves out the song at the bottom. And a couple other things. So 40x late magic. Doesn't say spirit scaling, so that's magic scaling. Fill rate on that. So you're going to use that obviously for the fill rate buff. So we got 250 killers for aquatic demon and dragon. Big barrier and some damage mitigation that will autocast 2 turns and revive everybody. So things go really bad, that can help, but 20,000 barrier will help in general situations as well. Recover mana to herself, so that's just filler mana. We get a heal for the party, cure everything, cure, stop, and charm, and 4 limit. And then she's got her song, so instrument down, 30% for 2 turns to all enemies, and then heal and regen mana for 2 turns while singing, so that makes it so that she can't make use of that stuff herself, or at least the imperil she can't use. So she has preemptive Omni Killer buff, 5 turns, 100% to everything for the whole party. She can be light, standard healer kit, spammable 10k barrier. See, 100 attack and magic leader for Royal. Possibly, not sure if I saw that in the actual news here. Yeah, I don't think we're getting that stuff yet. Yeah, Royal Leader won't be there yet. They're probably going to wait for Noctis. See, for regular limits, we get 300 attack and magic, 250 limit damage, 135 for Aquatic Demon Dragon, and auto revive 50%. Super, 300 on the stats. Still only 250 on the limit damage, though. Really wish they would boost that to 300 for the super units. 150 on the killers and 100% auto revive, so fairly standard for the healer type units that we've been getting lately. So overall, could have some use, but not too strong, honestly. So this week overall, I'd probably recommend waiting at least until the live stream to see what they're announcing, because these units have a couple of things that are useful, but honestly, the power from them isn't impressive at all. Some of the kits almost look like they were designed as free units, but they're not free units. I'm probably just going to be using EX tickets. There's still a bunch of units I don't have, and just would like to get some off-banner units. But honestly, these units, if I get them, it's cool. If not, I'm not worried about it. I've been looking forward to and saving up for Halloween and the Dragon Quest collab, which I do think we're going to see them announce on the live stream, but again, we'll have to wait for that. And that's pretty much all the news we have. So we're going to end this video here. Hope everybody enjoyed.